Welcome back, y'all, to That's What I'm Saying, the podcast about hip hop, entertainment, dating, sex, relationships, and social issues from a sometimes ratchet, because you know how we do, but mostly woke perspective. So listen and subscribe to That's What I'm Saying. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio. Wherever you get your podcasts, you can listen to us. Also, watch That's What I'm Saying, the TV show, weekdays on Island TV, or just go ahead and download the Island TV app. We got new episodes coming through. So I'm Shaun.
And I'm Shatara.
Hey, sister, how you doing?
Hey, happy holidays.
I know. This is it. This is our last show. This is our 135th show, but it's our last show for 2022.
135th Street. Oh man, it feels good because time went by so fast, and time goes by when you're having fun. That's what they say, right?
Boom.
So it's been a good run. I'm very grateful. I'm so grateful.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I'm excited about 2023. I really am.
I am. I'm looking for some snow.
Oh well, I don't know what you're talking about with that. But...
I'm looking for some snow. I don't know why. I'm like, I like the holidays.
Well, that good for you. I mean, yeah, I like them too. But that snow thing, no.
I know.
And thank you. Nope. I've been traveling these last couple of weeks. I went to Cincinnati. I went to New York, New Jersey area. It's cold. Like it's cold everywhere. So
you were right in the neighborhood. Didn't say nothing to nobody. It's like,
I was in and out. I was there for 20 hours. No, less than that.
Yeah, that's what they say. Note to self.
I'm bad about it though.
Good. Well, listen, that's what we're calling this episode. But you gotta say it in the Master P. Bad about it. Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a generation of people that don't know really where that came from.
Bad about it.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a lot of sayings that go on that I have to just look at people. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's not lit.
I know you don't. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was thinking about like BDB. The term BDB.
BDB. Martin came up with so disrespectful.
But there's people that that's like 30 years old. There's people that don't know BDB.
But guess what? Martin plays on VH1, MTV2. So kids are watching reruns of Martin. So they know what's up.
Okay.
Certain shows,
maybe so. Yeah,
certain shows that I'm so impressed. I'm like, yes, kids are getting it. So that's how you know the show is such a classic.
Okay, but nobody. Do people know the Bout It Bout It movie? Remember the movie?
No, no, they don't. No, I'm sorry.
That was Master P's like first movie. Like he got together, and I can't even remember what it was about. I forgot what it was about. I want to see it now. Can you imagine like watching it now and see how they put it together?
Certain things I watch now, like as an adult, and you just see it differently. Like,
I represent.
Things. I feel
I
did a comedy show and I forgot why, but I used the term, I don't even know why I did it. Garbage pail kids somehow came up in my set. Like I called the guy in the front of garbage pail kid or something like that. I don't know.
Oh my God, the green snot on the car. Yes, that green snot coming out.
Leaky Lisa. That was Leaky Lisa. Like it was. And it was so funny to the point where I was like, you know what? I just know that we're all of that certain age that everybody got it. Everybody got it. Like, had it been another crowd, they would have been like, what is she talking about?
No, we was trading garbage pail kids. It was like the answer to the Cabbage Patch Dolls. They were like the nasty garbage. And remember they did a movie? It was like a action movie.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did. They did like figures. And they were really crazy looking. It was, oh my God, it was right up there with Leprechaun. Like, anybody think about Leprechaun and Chucky? That was the joint. I'm sorry. It was a good time.
Oh man, that was it. All right.
Wait, one more. Remember Freaky Freezies, the gloves?
Yes, I would love to have a pair right now. Like
in Florida, right?
I don't know why, because I'm not going in the snow. But
hey, Mom, look at that lady over there with those
gloves. Remember those?
They'd be looking at you. Freaky Freezies, and they would like have like that was the infomercial, and I had them, man. We had it's like a little scene, let's say hearts, and then when it got cold outside, your hearts would like color up. You know what I'm talking about? Or they had like Care Bear, the Care Bear ones.
Oh,
Oh
and then like
yeah.
strawberry shortcake, and they had like the little scenes, and boy, you just
Get
maybe put it
cold.
in the cold, and it would change colors.
Change
Freaky
colors,
freezies, you're
freaky.
right. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that was good times. You be looking at your mother like, if you don't go get me some freaky freeze, oh, you just get as soon as the commercial go off, you just look at her like, oh, like, let me go get my Christmas list right now. Excuse me, ma'am, can I get a pen? Thank you.
Oh
Good
my
times.
goodness.
Okay, so
All right.
about it. Yes,
All
going
right,
back
so
to
look,
about
we
it.
got to get right into this ratchet. This is the
All
last
right, my
ratchet for
bad.
the year,
My
so
bad.
we gonna make it good. So, in
Excellent.
church news, these are the church notes. Bishop Lamore Whitehead has now been accused of a fraud, among some other things, of taking some money from some of his parishioners and lying to the FBI. So I don't know. I know you saw this man. So he has a church in Brooklyn. He's actually is a former. He was at Sing Sing, so he's a former felon, and he was the bishop, or I guess he's a bishop, that was robbed online. He was doing like a live sermon on the
IG
street.
Live, face mask, guns, him and his wife, take your jewelry off, take everything off. It was, I didn't see it, but I heard about it. It was live. So
Brooklyn keeps on taking it.
something made me think like he set that up. Like that was, but who am I? One of my girlfriends who's a comic, she told me about the bishop and how funny how funny he is, and she follows him, and his suits is like, that's his big thing. His suits, his cars. He's a very flamboyant, pastor. He can't stop, won't stop. He's on that like, getting it and getting it.
I love
But
the suits.
well, well, let me tell you something. He's facing counts of wire fraud, attempted wire fraud, and extortion and false statements, and he's taking money from the retired
Yeah, the people like he took the lady $90,000 from her retirement, and then went and bought a he was like what they call him, bodacious. He was living bodaciously.
And he's like making promises of like making millions for the church because he has like political, connections with Mayor Adams and all this stuff. And Bronx keeps on taking it. I don't know what to say about this. This is just, it's trifling because pastors already have a bad name for like taking money from the people. So hey, you can have a nice car. I'm all for it. Like, you are blessed abundantly. You're right. Live your life. But when you are on IG and you are a hip hop artist / pastor, that's a different story.
They call him the bling bishop. He the bling bishop.
Oh, that's the one.
He showed up to court in his I guess that's the ghost man. And I love the interior. It's like a white ghost with orange interior. Like you could
what?
I know that's that lady's retirement money in them seats.
That part right there. So it just goes to show you, Christians are the best ones. I tell you, just you love God and you love some money. Who am I? I'd be so mad.
So for his part, he says, of course, his family was targeted because he helped solve some sort of robbery case and turn somebody in. So this is all a plot to get him back. That's what he says.
Listen here, Reverend Lonnie. Remember Martin? Reverend Lonnie. Gina. The devil rebuke you, Satan.
Mine eyes.
That's exactly what's going on over here. Give me a little something for my cataracts. Remember Bernie Mac was, on Friday, they always have a way to let you see these pastors for what it is. Let me get a little something for my cataracts.
Know what I want.
Miss Parker, excuse me, Miss Parker. He's Reverend Lonnie and Bernie Mac's character from Friday, all mixed up in one. I don't know.
I just hope the truth prevails, Reverend Lonnie. Reverend Whitehead.
Give them people back their money. Bishop Whitehead. Bishop, Lamore Whitehead, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay, Santa Claus. Well, all right. So also we have Lori Harvey is dating Damson Idris, and for the record, Damson Idris, if you don't know, he's from Snowfall. All right, this is Franklin. Franklin, who's on the run. Franklin Saint, and I like it.
I'm telling you, this chick, she need to have a online course or something. Not necessarily for me, but there are women out there who really need to understand this art of whatever she's doing. She's living her best life. And then I'm like, she ain't even Steve Harvey's real daughter. He actually
No.
has real blood daughters. And I
Let
don't
me
know.
tell you.
She's just the one that just, took I don't know what else she does. Like, what
Let me
else
tell
does she
you.
do?
She said she looked at a college application, and you know what she said?
Fuck that
No,
shit.
thank you. She looked at that application. They said, if you want, you can fill an application. You go to college, blah, blah. She was like, nah, I'm good. And she got on IG, and she got, her cute little outfits, and she got that baby hair popping, and she just went about her way. She said, I have this college degree called being pretty, and it's not going to last forever. All
Use
right.
it
It
up.
ain't going to last
Use it up.
forever. And my mama used to say, take your time.
And she and really, I want to go to her mama's class because whatever they're doing, whatever she's teaching her daughters, it is working. Now, and Lori, what is she, like 20, 24, 25?
Yeah, she's young, but what's working? Let me ask you, what is working? Like, what's working?
Just the fact that I'm looking at Lori Harvey, like she's dated a lot of men, a lot of well-known, high-profile men.
Okay.
And for the life of me, I can't think of what she does other than date high-profile men and go to the French Riviera and go on vacation and look pretty and get her baby tears laid down. Like, what else does she do?
Well, I just think of those young ladies, the daughters from I forget the character's name from Full House. Anyway, they're going to jail because they had, did this. Listen here, these white actresses. They did this whole fraud to get their kids in college. Remember that?
Oh! You're talking about
big,
not the. I'm thinking you're talking about the twins on the show Full House, but you're talking about
no.
the
But I'm thinking of
her name. She's already in jail.
Uncle Jesse's wife, right?
The wife
her and a couple other people.
Yeah.
They went down for that. They really came up with all this stuff just to get their damn kids in school to go to. When really they really had the money, you know what I'm saying, to really just buy their kids' businesses if they really wanted to. So when I look at Lori Harvey, I'm like, damn, what a difference! What a difference! Mm-hmm. Because her attitude was like, school, like my mom ain't going to jail for no damn college. Like we stand right here, Mr. Steve Harvey's house. Thank you very much, Mr. Steve. Can I have your last name too, Mr. Steve? Can I have your last name too?
She took his last name,
Mr.
Gangster.
Steve. Excuse me, Mr. Steve.
Mr. Steve.
Thank you so much. I'll be in the pool house. Thank you. With Carlton. I'll be right here with Carlton in the pool house. Thank you. And she said, college for what? She said, my high school diploma, if even that. And I'm good here. And me and my mom, we're going to live a good life. Like Beyonce said, me and my baby live a good life. We going to be all right. And that is... You forgot Beyonce said that? We gonna live a good life, me and my baby. I'm trying to think, what song was that in the Lemonade album? Beyonce was pissed as shit. Like, you know what? Me and my baby gonna be all right. We're gonna live a good life. And she put a little beat to it. Beyonce was pissed as fuck. That damn Jay-Z's fucking around.
Oh,
but
man.
Yeah, so that's Lori Harvey. Yeah, she went about her way. Fuck a college degree. I'm about to send my student loans to Lori Harvey. Fuck that.
I'm saying, like, whatever the game need to be told, not sold. It's sold,
you don't
not
have
told.
To go
like, she need to tell to drop the jewels because and Damson Idris.
Yeah,
Franklin Saint, like. He's a nice looking brother from across the pond.
I like him. And you know what makes him so like he got swag is because he played that role of Franklin so well.
I know.
UK, it wasn't easy. So they had me learn the technique and they took me to LA. And then he's like, "Mama, put the bag down." I'm like, "Oh my God.
You don't think I came with another motherfucker think?"
Whoa, Franklin. He what'd you say? He bodied that role. So that just makes it all right. And she's just, like what's his name said in his song, well, he wants Lori Harvey for Christmas. One of these rappers said that. So she's become, a name and a hot commodity. And work it while you can work it, girl. She ain't started no little business line. She don't got no little boutique. She hasn't, got with the Kardashians for nothing. She's just, I just get up and I look cute. I woke up like this.
Yeah, I really appreciate her. I just, I appreciate her play. You don't even hear her talk. I'm like, I don't even know what she sounds like.
I don't know.
Does she talk?
She sounds like Michelle. Actually, when I got with Mr. Harvey.
Mr. Steve?
No. Or she sounds like she has a deep voice. Like the rapper. I'm out here in these streets, but y'all don't know. You're right. That's so funny. We don't even know what she sounds like.
Man.
She's just being pretty. And I think her the class that she has, you can sign up online. It's called Give No Fucks. And for $19.99 a day, you too can learn how to look. Dibble and dabble. Course 1 is called Dibble and Dabble. Semester 1, shucking and jiving. Semester 3 is ain't no janky business and no sex in the champagne room. So, more girls can learn from, and this is where people are not paying attention. She's not having babies with everybody she's sleeping with. That is really what we're focusing on, people. Dudes are out there with evidence of every woman they've dealt with, in the future, no pun intended. But this lady right here, she's, shut up. She ain't leaving a whole bunch of evidence for everybody. She's just like, I have a good time with you. I know she could do a Plan B endorsement. That's the kind of commercials I could like to see.
I told you. That's what I'm saying. Like she
Plan B. She can do birth control Plan B. That would be good. Cause pop it on the handstand. Somebody's bound to come out and say something.
Here we go.
All right. Anyway, tell me about what's happening with somebody else. I'll go on and on.
Well, real quick, your man OJ said that, steady trying to deny his kid, steady trying to deny Chloe, but he said that Kris Jenner was cute back in the day, but he only dated supermodels. She didn't make the cut. That's what he said.
Okay, Kanye.
I just thought that was so funny. Like, I this has been a great debate. The rumor is, and I mean, for me, I'm on the side of I believe he the daddy. You the daddy. You the pappy. I believe that he is Khloe Kardashian's father in real life. That's just my opinion. And I'm sticking to that. What?
I'm just gonna quote a Jay-Z verse on this. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not black. I'm OJ. Okay. Moving right along.
I mean, yeah. So that was the thing. Like, true story here. I remember back in, this was years ago, but this was after the O.J. Simpson trial, right? When he had been acquitted of, if the glove didn't fit, must have quit. And I was in an airport in LAX.
Oh. Story time. Here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Yes, sit back, everybody. I got a story to pull up. And but he was taking a flight. I mean, obviously it wasn't he was taking a flight. I get, it wasn't like he was first class or anything, but when I tell you, the people in the airport who were coming for autographs. Oh, OJ. I mean, he was like a god. They were, it was like a god. And mind you, this was after the trial, after the acquittal. Wow. So I will never forget that. Like, man, you would have thought, OJ. I mean, them white people wanted to sit in his lap, wanted to give him hugs and kisses, hand him the babies. And he signed autographs and he did every single person. He couldn't even like get to the plane. But I remember that.
Yeah, that's your favorite athletes are forever,
That was my story. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Who else? Well, speaking of OJ and them damn Dashians, Lamar Odom is coming out with a documentary.
A documentary.
I think sorry, Snowfall's doing it to me. Idris, sex, drugs, and Kardashians. How about that? And he's talking about how his, marriage to Khloe ended. And I'm just curious, if he just named it sex and drugs, that would have been enough, Lamar.
We would have understood.
Lamar, I've seen your father. I've seen Khloe invite your dad to one of those events during one of those one of the Kardashian shows, and you were pissed. He was like, "What's he doing there?" He's like, "I thought it was gonna be a really good idea to invite your dad." He was like, "Hey, man, I'm talking old school, like I'm talking drugs from the 70s, like leather jacket." He's like singing in this leather jacket that, "Hey, where's the coat my son sent me?" He was like, "Khloe, you just don't get it. I come from a different place. Like you weren't supposed to fight." That's what I want to hear about. That book signing that the father popped up to.
What?
His father popped up to a book signing during
I think
the
I saw that.
Kardashian show, and
Yeah.
Khloe said she thought it was a good idea to invite him.
I remember
And the father
that.
showed up looking like straight out of rehab. And, of course, and at the
On his
end,
way to rehab, not straight out of.
straight out and going back in. And guess what? And sure enough, he asked about some money and, I get the stuff you send me. And it was just a sad thing, but Khloe thought she was doing a good thing. And he was like, nah, like, I don't know who told you to invite him? And you see the dad waving with his gummy mouth. Hey,
Gummy gums.
I think I rewound that a few times. That was just terrible and hilarious. I'm telling you, and that's why I'm terrible. I was cracking up like, now this is TV. And that's why, but this is, you go for women who really don't get you. You see how that worked out? I would have never invited your mom, Lamar. Had I been fucking with you, Lamar? Oh, say the word. Where he from? Queens? Dude, I get you. We on the same page, dude. I got you.
Never.
I wouldn't have done that to you on my live show at that. Oh, shit. Anyway. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the sex, drugs, and Kardashians. Come on now. How many dudes are going to come out with documentaries putting the Kardashians in there? Come on. Did he have to?
Yeah, I know. It's a bit much, but okay.
Anyway, so check it out.
I think I watched it.
You'll watch it? Yeah, I think so. I don't know if you saw on live recently, Cardi B was talking about how to get back at your man. Okay, so listen. Listen
closely.
Okay, no, so I try to find it because somebody showed me the video and I was like, well, where can I see it again? Basically, Cardi B was like, if you catch your man cheating, there's so many ways to get back at him. You don't have to cheat back at him with another dude. She said, you know what you do? You have a threesome, you know what I'm saying, with another chick, all right? And then,
no, I'm out.
Listen to this. Later on, listen to this. Later on, you tell him that you like the head that the girl gave you, right? You liked all that, right? It was a transvestite. That's what Cardi B said. See, look, you stuck. That's what she was like. That's how you get back. That's how you get back.
Oh my gosh.
Shakana!
She's a mess.
Yo, she said, have a threesome, let him enjoy himself, and then tell him that it was a transgender.
Oh my goodness!
Now what? You had your thing sucked by, transgender. So now what?
She was like, my goodness.
She was like, that's what you do. That's how you get back. I just was like, oh my God. I was like,
oh my goodness.
How you like them apples?
God,
Isn't that some get like back, right?
But it's fun. It's good.
That's
good. That's a good one. Okay, Cardi. Okay. All right. All right. So that was a good one, Cardi. Okay. So in other news, this is in Diddy news. So Diddy has a new baby. I know you heard. He has a new baby, the sixth child. This one is Love. Sean Diddy Combs or whatever. And this baby is with they're talking about this as an Asian woman, but I'm looking at pictures like she clearly got some black in her. Like she ain't all, she's melanated.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of looking at women that I have to figure it out. How about that?
I don't know. I don't feel like it's that much you got to figure out, but okay. I mean, whatever. The blogs is going crazy because he got another child, but. And, everybody's looking at a Young Miami like, what you going to do, Young Miami? So she issued a statement and she says, basically, I mean, I can feel the hurt, but she's like, we're dating, but we're single. Girl, what?
She's in a polyamorous relationship. So
we're
she
dating,
was like,
we single, but we're dating. People don't know what dating means. He's single, I'm single, but we're dating. That's what I mean when we say we go together. When we're together, we're together. We're having the time of our lives, but we're single. He sees other people outside of me, and I see people outside of him. So does that include having babies outside of you? Raw dogging outside of?
Maybe he's trying to get his Nick Cannon on.
I don't know. This just to me, this is the without getting too woke. But when you see what is he? 50, Diddy's like 52 years old.
Yeah,
and you still doing this is shit you do on the road when you was like on the road, like roadie shit. Like you still doing this, dropping babies, dropping seeds, and I think it's indicative of a real emotional issue going on with him.
You think Puff Daddy got daddy issues?
Absolutely. I mean, He can't settle on a name. It's Puffy, it's P. Diddy, it's Diddy Pop, it's
some
Love.
love. It's love, man.
It's
It's
love
love.
now. And then he's, having these kids, and then he goes on a date the next day with, obviously that wasn't a baby mom, the new baby mom, so somebody else. And then Diddy sends me, I get the little
What you get?
announcements on my phone from him, and he's like, I got a new song called Sex in my Porsche. Like, Diddy, I'm good.
You know what? You know
I
what?
want you to hear it first.
You know, somebody was mad from like Revolt. Like, he stayed talking about love and black love. Like, where's the black people that he's trying to, procreate with? Like, what's really good?
Ain't
like
that something?
Like all this black love, he ain't making no more black kids. And the one black woman he had in his life, God rest her, he wasn't trying to marry her. And I'm just like, everybody talks about marriage. Marriage is not for everybody, but for the most part, when somebody's playing around with your time, that's on you. If you listen here, young Miami, is that her name? Carisha?
Yeah, Carisha. Carisha, please. Yeah, Carisha, please. That's what I want to tell her. Please.
Her and Lori Harvey might just be friends, because the one thing she got is that damn show, and it's doing very good.
I think Carisha could learn some lessons from Lori Harvey.
The way she should play Diddy right now is like, don't put my name in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we see each other, she should put them coffin nails up in his face. You know what I'm saying? Put them coffin nails up in his face. Like, let me tell you something.
I agree with you.
Don't be telling the public that me and you is a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you're making me look stupid out here. You know what I'm saying? My name is Young. This is true, but I ain't stupid. So just keep that between me and you. When we meet in the bedroom, whatever we do, I'll see you in the studio for Revolt. Because then they said the girl that he had the baby with, she ended up in one of, and I saw it, one of the interviews, and she worked on the scene. Like, we ended up seeing her, this girl that he has a baby with now. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
So I saw her. I was like, oh yeah, that was her. She popped up, in the back scene. So anyway, if Puffy's sleeping with her and he's sleeping with you, it could be messy, but ladies, don't forget that if a man is being messy, that's up to you to have a standard. You know what I'm saying? Like 9 times out of 10, if he has 7 kids, you knew about the 6 before you. Like, come on now. So Carisha, man, listen, just tell Diddy to keep his name out your mouth, and keep that contract real good for this damn show you got. And work it from there. Because then you too can have an Idris Damson Idris.
Damson Idris.
Yeah. Look at him. It's okay. It's okay. Work it, girl. Work it. Because he's going for young girls too. Think about it. Cassie, Young Miami. And then the older women, what's her name? Spice or whatever. He has babies with the older women.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
it's
a mess. I don't know. This is, we can break him down. It's a lot going on there. That's what I see. But you know what? Wish him well. Keep, health to the baby and his expanded family.
But Diddy, you all right with me though, Scorpio?
Well, that's right.
Can't stop, won't stop. I'm peeping your hustle.
Won't stop.
You made it. You come a long way, brother. You come a long way.
So another thing that's coming a long way is Lil Fizz's booty hole. So I don't know. So earlier this year, Lil Fizz from B2K. Remember, I actually liked B2K back in the day. I think I was a little too old. I was a little too old to go to the concerts and stuff. But I like the music. So Lil Fizz earlier this year, he posted on his OnlyFans, and we got a nice view of his mushroom. What? That was earlier. But now recently there was his OnlyFans leaked, and it was video of him tooting his booty up in there and showing you that booty hole, that bussy. All up in the videos. Oh.
I am stuck like an old Navy mannequin.
you might could be, because this thing is I don't need to see that. I never in my wildest dreams did I ever want to see anything like that. So he's giving it rude gal style. Rude gal.
No. Okay, so I know there was some interview that they had, and they talked about the whole, eating booty like groceries, and they're like, ladies, I guess, eat the whole or whatever. But when you told me there's a whole page dedicated, so that's why the conversation was had. Oh my God.
Yeah, like he's pulsating his anus.
Oh no.
You okay?
I'm back to being an Old Navy mannequin.
It's a lot of pulsating and stretching out so you can see his booty holes. And his dick is like it's like it's fat, but it's not big or anything. It's just kind of he's
it's
got
not even
a big head.
We are not even talking about the Weekend D yet, and she is over here. She's sounding real. It's thick and all, but men on film over here. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
wow.
So I don't know what I don't know if there was words that went along with the video. Like I don't know what the caption was. I just know.
Lori Harvey did the audio. We don't even know it. Lori Harvey did the audio. We know it was her.
So I don't know, Lil Fizz. You need help? Is you need help? I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Not my kind of help though. I don't know. I can't help you.
Oh wow. Okay. So is this?
He's
is
letting
this
everybody see his tunnel.
Is this something for the ladies? Like what's his deal? Is he for the ladies or for the fellas? Like, or is this for everybody?
I mean, if for a female, if she's getting down like that,
you ain't lying.
We don't need to see it in the daylight.
Because in the interview, he was talking about the ladies who do that for him. Like, you ain't never sit on your lady's face, and they were like, "Nah, man." That's what I mean.
I'm good. Like, I think if you saw this, you'd be like, "Nah, I don't." I could have, but now no, because it's too many lights, too much.
Yo, did you see that on the show Harlem, and Megan Good was like showing like all the guys she dated, and
so the dude that
he had his legs up in the air. She was like, oh, what? She was like, I was down here to give you some head, but you had a different idea. Like, whoa. He put his legs out.
That was a huge red flag, girl. Run for the hills. He put his legs back. He tried to put his ankles behind his ears. It's over.
Like, bitch, I put my legs up. What the fuck? We both ain't gonna be up in here with our legs up now. Hold on.
Oh man. Yeah. So Lil Fizz over here. Toot that thing up, mommy.
I didn't know. Okay. I'm out of here. So look. My mannequin.
Okay. All right.
Navy pole. So wait, listen to this. I even hate to say his name after this topic, but Dr. Umar Johnson. Listen here. He commented on the Black Panther movie.
I haven't seen it.
Yes, I did. I went to go see it. So it's basically underwater, other species of people, and they also have.
You're not talking about Black Panther. You're talking about
Wakanda, Black Panther.
Oh, okay. You're not talking about.
I'm telling you what.
Avatar.
No, Black Panther. I said it right. Where are you going?
Okay, I'm sorry, because you said underwater. I was just thinking, maybe Avatar.
No, so in the movie Black Panther, they do focus on like underwater species, that are also like a suppressed people. And, but they're like, I want to say like Indian, like Mayan Indians / Mexicans, historically. So basically, and again, that's just a take on that. Dr. Umar was like, I did not take my kids to the movie theater, when we like uplift like the history of Black people so high with the Wakandans, for them to see Mexicans beat our asses under some water. And he's making such good points and he's so mad. And then you have to remember, like, this is all made up, but it's representation. So I get what he's saying. And and the thing was that he was like, and the vibranium was basically something that only we Wakandans, we had access to. Look at us. I believe it. I believe in Santa Claus. I believe in Wakanda.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, wow. I'm a sucker.
I too am Wakandian.
Look at me talking like I am. I am. Who is that woman who played herself off to be a Black lady? I forget her name.
I know you're talking about and Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah, and there's a meme of her saying, "I too am from Wakanda." That was the best. So although it was all a made up world, just for the fact that we had the vibranium, and that was only now all of a sudden they have it where, the Mexicans have vibranium too. And then the storyline is like we were outnumbered, the Wakandians, and they were like beating our ass, like we are not winning. And they end up killing Angela Bassett, the mom. So
I know Tara.
What? Listen, if you haven't seen it by now, then come on.
Oh my gosh, I'm done. I'm done.
Bring it.
I didn't see it.
Bring it back. Come rewind.
Oh my gosh.
Are you stuck like an Old Navy mannequin too?
I am, but I'm moving around a little bit.
Speaking about moving around a little bit, what's going on with Megan Thee Stallion?
Oh man, you know what? We're gonna have to save that for next week in 2023 because it's still gonna go on. But as of now, it's just a lot of stuff going on the stand. You know, as we all know that Megan Thee Stallion, she was allegedly shot by Tory Lanez in her feet. And you know, this is I actually want to break this down because it's ratchet, but there's some woke issues too. So we'll save that. I mean, that's something I want to kind of bring. I want to kind of spread out. And you know, the verdict hasn't they haven't made a verdict yet. So but it's on its way, and I'm sure there's going to be a civil suit as well. So.
Okay.
We'll bring it back. Come rewind. I think we can get into woke.
Okay.
Also, okay. So I just want to make a comment on the Master P and Romeo. You know, them kind of airing their. It got ratchety because it was airing their family dispute to the public on Instagram and on Instagram and Twitter, on social media, no less. But I kind of understand it. So just to comment on it. You know, Master P had made a comment in light of Stephen Twitch Boss's apparent suicide and was talking about the struggles of mental health. And then his son, Romeo, who I thought they, had a pretty good relationship, commented and was like, basically, that Master P was neglecting his own child, which we know his daughter had, she also had passed away, I believe, from an accidental overdose. But she was also struggling with mental health. So, Romeo kind of gave it to his dad, talking about you didn't care when your daughter, when what happened with your daughter. So what ensued was a back and forth between them. And honestly, I really appreciated Master P's post. He wrote pretty much a long letter after Romeo wrote the Tree of Trauma. And, I mean, basically what Master P's message was, that this generation blames their parents for everything and that he's not going to tolerate the disrespect. If he's wrong, let him know that he's wrong. He's still learning. But I mean, I just appreciated his response to the whole thing. And I kind of felt it. I felt the honesty in it because he was like, I'm not an ATM machine. I got out here, I get it out the mud. I work. And you got these spoiled, because what's Romeo's like in his 30s? Alluding to the spoiled brattiness of his own son, which I mean, if Daddy say it, I don't know. I kind of believe it. What you think about that?
I'm a big fan of Master P. And I always like to see him and his son like working together. I know they had the college, the scholarship. They always had something going on. And then when his daughter passed away, of course, I'm so sorry for your loss. But then to hear that his son spoke out against him, I just feel like that's family business. And for something like that to be public, that part right there, like you shouldn't have to make a public apology to your child, because you're airing it out. And again, everybody grieves differently. And that's the part I think, Master P was basically also saying with his statement, like everybody grieves differently. But
yeah, I wanted to give a quote that Master P said, which I thought was very powerful. He says, but I love going out into the community and helping people. That's the way I heal. Allow me to heal, he added. I don't have to be sitting around moaning and crying. I can't get my daughter back, but I can go out there and keep her legacy going. That's powerful. Because that's exactly, like he said, and everybody, they grieve in different ways. But, like he was calling out Romeo, you're older now, so you got to lead by example. You can't be out here crying. I felt him on that, keep him in prayer, keep the family in prayer. Obviously, it's sad that they had to kind of, like you said, go back and forth in front of everybody. But I actually think it was cathartic for the both of them, and it's healing because I'm believing all of Master P's words and what he was saying and how he kind of wrapped it up.
Yeah,
so, just the being ungrateful. You have an ungrateful child, and I mean, I was feeling that.
Yeah.
claiming that, he's saying he had a sheltered upbringing. And we know Master P is why we Bout It Bout It. Like, how we know Bout It Bout It? Saw it in the movie when they was talking about the Calliope projects.
Yeah.
So we know where Master P came from. And Romeo, you ain't, you was in LA. You was not there. Bout it. So,
and he has a brother, Master P has a brother in prison, right? His brother's still in prison.
That's not his brother. Master P's brother, right? His brother, Silk the Shocker.
Yeah, and then just he has his hands are in a lot of different things, but I'm sure to feel like you need to expose your parent, and that's the other part. People think just because that's your parent don't do no wrong. Like, no, in reality, that's his testimony for whatever reason. I don't know the whole ins and outs. I don't know about the money, all of it. But like I said, just airing the laundry out for the public, that right there shows, like you said, he's not bad about it, young Romeo.
Romeo. One more thing, because I want to add this, because I just, like I said, I thought it was powerful. He says, this is heartbreaking. You just exposed that this is really about money. This Master P said, I worked hard to get my family out the ghetto. Every time I fell off, I got up and I went to work. I didn't blame anyone for my failures. You started a social media rant. So what's your plan besides showing the world you're entitled, spoiled at 30 plus years old and throwing a tantrum on social media? End quote. Ooh, boo. Okay. All right.
A lot of back and forth. Well, what's your plan? That's a lot of.
But look, I feel him on that.
Yeah.
Okay. He Bout it. All right.
Okay. Well, that is a little woke right there too. So
okay, so we got look. We got a little more woke.
Isn't that also
you still awake?
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Yes.
Right,
well, this is just in Twitter news. So, Twitter, as we know, so within the last couple of weeks, Twitter files have been released. These are, Musk, Elon Musk, who we know took over Twitter, a couple months ago. He has issued a set of internal Twitter documents, which he shared with journalists, and it was 2 journalists and authors. So basically, these Twitter files focus on how Twitter internally moderates or content moderation. What's the process that they go through? So Elon Musk really got in there. I mean, people are, there was some people just jumping ship. They got off of Twitter, because Elon took over, and he's been kind of running a company. He's fired a lot of people, but I mean, if you look at the way that he is doing it, I mean, it remains to be seen. But what I'm looking is Elon Musk is exposing a lot of how Twitter was, number one, working with the feds. When I say the feds, I mean, there were weekly meeting documents between Twitter and the FBI, Twitter and the Department of Justice, Twitter and the CIA, which ain't even supposed to be working with people on with any agencies within the United States. That's a whole nother thing. But the Twitter was giving over information to these government agencies, which is a violation of y'all's constitutional rights. I don't know why this has not been a bigger uproar about that. But you got to look at what Elon Musk is doing, because he is basically what I believe is saving free speech. He went through unbanning some users, including Trump, and putting them back on, and cutting a lot of the staff who were, from the old guard, holding, Twitter, it sounded like to me was operating like a government agency, so right now, it seems like Elon Musk is really trying to bring back free speech or bringing back the platform so that, remember, he got rid of all the bots because there was all these bots that were swaying the elections, swaying public opinion. And right now, I mean, Twitter is it's like the town hall meeting for the world. Yep. You got something, you got a gripe, you want something, you want to get out there, it goes on Twitter. But what happens with that information and how it's disseminated has obviously been problematic. That's why, coming out that Twitter was in bed with with our government. So it remains to be seen how this is all going to shake out. But I'm going to give Musk his props for now. I don't use Twitter, honestly. I just, it's one of those platforms I really couldn't get with too much. But considering what's going on now, like the cleaning up of it, I mean, I would probably be more interested in getting on now. I know, we have a presence there, the podcast does, but we haven't been that involved. So what do you think about this?
I too, I'm not a Twitterer, which is funny because even like, as a comedian, it's like, are you Twitter? I'm like, no, I'm not a Twitterer. And it's like, oh, No, I don't have a one line for you every day. Like I just don't. Like, I'll show you a picture maybe. You can catch me on IG, but nah. And again, Twitter has been a big piece in politics, and how a lot of politicians have, made themselves a little more, mainstream and down to earth with, Twittering. And like you said, it's just been a big vehicle. And I just feel like, how do I say, technology is something that I do love, but looking at this whole, free speech and what's happening, I feel like I just don't trust it. That's about it. Like I love technology, but this right here, I just don't trust it. They do whatever they want, and it's at the head of it all the time. Money, all the time. Money's always at the head of all of this. So,
so what do you think about Musk preserving free speech or taking it away on the platform?
I think that's good that he used his money to, preserve it supposedly. And it's a great thing. But to what extent? Because let something be said that, maybe he may not agree with, and then the policies can change. I just feel like it all depends on like where his opinion is at.
Well, I like that he's making it more open. It's definitely more open than it has been in terms of like, and then, people are like, well, you gotta monitor hate speech and and you can always have people in their opinions. You don't like it, then sign off, get off of there. That's how I am. Let I don't believe in online bullying, but I do believe in free speech, and that if it goes one way, it has to go all the way around. So kudos to him for cleaning it up. All right. Okay. We woke. Now we can look.
It's your jam?
No. Are we at the Weekend D report?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Weekend D.
My world got flipped, turned upside down.
You gotta go on. I used to be scared of the dick. Now I throw lips to the shit. Handle it like a real bitch. Have the hunter. Janet Jack me. Take it in the bud.
All right. Yeah, we get woke and then, okay, so check it out. I'm going to read this to you. Like, what do I think? I don't trust technology. But guess what? There's some sex toys out there. Let me tell you. So here we go. Just to make it short. My husband and I, we have a third, and we've been seeing her for a while. She's 3 pounds overweight and wants to lose weight.
3 pounds?
300 pounds. I'm sorry. I don't know where I got 3 because it says 300. I want to cut her a little slack. You know what I mean?
Anyway, a lot of slack. Okay.
That's 299 slack. She wants to lose this weight. I really want to help her with this. It's clearly depression, and I want to help her improve her lifestyle. We are into fitness and working out, and we eat healthy in our home. We are considering moving her into our home. Is this a good idea?
Are you asking us? That's so funny.
So what's that mean? You have a third? Like your man got a big thing? Weekend D. I need some maracas or something to shake. It's the Weekend D.
No, she's not. She's saying like that. I mean, I see all the background to it, so it's a long story. So the first thing is, for me, I always have to recognize that people are in these relationships. There are different types of relationships. So, this one is obviously, it's been going on for a very long time, like years. So they've had this third who's been living outside of the home, but it seems like she, gained a lot of weight during her time with them. So, this is giving me project vibes. Like, you want to take on a whole project. It's one thing if this menage a trois y'all are doing and the threesome, and you're engaging in it's fun and it's no strings attached. But now you want to attach strings to it. And I know you didn't mention, but the other part to this was the husband. He's not really that on board with this. This is something that the wife wants to do, like take her in and go to the gym and help her to eat. Kind of be her Billy Blanks right there, but with a strap on or something. I don't know. Take her into the house and starve her so that she comes. She's 300 pounds, so starve her till she gets to 125 and.
This is giving me very T.I. Tiny vibes.
T.I. Oh yes. Didn't think about that.
Like who? No, I'm just being silly. I'm just being silly.
Like whatever y'all got going on in your house, as long as you got some consensual people, it's cool. It's fine. Everybody got to agree. So, if y'all can, a meeting of the minds and everybody agrees, then cool, do it. Y'all have the means to do it. And it sounds like a good idea, but I just know that the dynamic will be changed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I know that it's going to change the dynamic of the relationship. Like, how much fun is that when it's one thing to like y'all in bed together, but it's a whole nother thing when you're like, okay, we gotta cook a meal and it's gotta be healthy, and then she might want to eat the pizza or something, and y'all over here we gotta have salad. We only eating salad today. Like, you want to become her mother or her parent or something, or her personal trainer. Like, if that's what it is, get her one, huh?
Like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
What in the West world, Willy Wonka, Wild Wild West is going on up in Chimp?
Yeah, so I don't necessarily think it's a good idea. But if all hands agree, then cool. But just know it's gonna change the dynamic of the relationship. Like, I'm just putting myself, not really, but put myself in the mind of this young female who this proposition is coming. Like, she went from being the fun extension in between this couple to now they starving you over there because you can't.
No, but my question is, did you come in 300 pounds?
No, it sounds like she was gaining the weight over a number of years. They've been in this relationship for some years.
So they just be feeding you, and
no, she live outside the house she lives outside, so it looked like she just gaining weight, and especially COVID, and it's bothering her, and it's probably it's not really more cushion for the pushing. It's like, girl,
what you gonna tell what's her name in that commercial? Expired. The aunts that come to the house. What you gonna tell the neighbors when they ask who you got staying with you? Is that your who's that? What do you say? Just a friend of the family.
She takes care of the plants or something, or she cleans the house.
She sure is losing weight. She's looking. Is she gonna turn into Miss Parker, like watering the grass that's not really there?
She's the interior decorator. They moved in. I don't know. It just sounds like a project, girl. Like, I don't know. It sounds like a project and sounds like it's a bit much. And I would, because I know the husband, he was kind of like, I mean, you want to move her in? Then that means you got to take, I'm assuming they have the means for it, but that doesn't sound like fun to monitor somebody's eating and exercise regimen.
She wants to help improve her healthy lifestyle, and
I'm starting not to like it. The more I think about it,
Some people are fixers, and
that's what I said. It's a project. She's a project. She likes projects.
Some folks like to get in. I think I mentioned before that, like the guy said in the movie, he has a thing that he always gets with wounded birds. Mm-hmm. So you walk in, you already know, birds are beautiful, they can fly, but you just have a thing for going in for the kill. Like, oh man, she's so broken, but I can fix her. And that really says more about you. Granted, you have a good heart for it, but like with those 4 hours in the day, you got nothing else you can be doing with those 4 hours.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know what it means to be bored. I don't know since I was about 11 years old. That shit was like cursing in the house. I'm like, I'm bored. Mommy be like, what? I'm like, oh
no. What? I need something to do. You bored? That was a curse word.
Are you kidding me? I had a mop and broom in my hand, a laundry basket. I'm like, not even. I'm gonna tell you, I was about 7
I used to stay with something in my hand. Like, I'm always busy. The minute you look like you trying to relax, have a little downtime.
Mommy done took me to Toys R Us. Let me tell you, she G'd me one time. We went to Toys R Us. I'm ready to go ride a bike in the store. She took me to the workbooks and told me to pick one out that I like so I can learn how to write scripts. I was like, you know what, lady? You'd be setting me up. She said, you bored. You said you bored. I was like, oh my God. Like, so don't touch that bike. She said, don't you touch that bike. Damn it, she good. She is good. Cold-blooded.
Walk you by the whole rack of bikes. Oh, come on over here.
Oh, because me and Chanel get in there act like baby kids. We ride the bikes, we play the dolls. Man, she done set me up, told me to go to the books. I was like, what in the? She said, get the best coloring books, learn how to write script, and then let's work on. She did that. And ever since then, I ain't never set out the board again. And then had the nerve to pass me a laundry basket, like learn how to fold my linens. What the? You know what? I don't know what it is to be bored, y'all. And I'm grown. So this lady right here,
man.
maybe she just needs somebody to do her linen closet.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be in there as a full-time housekeeper, don't even know it.
Yeah, something ain't right. So sis, I don't think this is a good idea.
Don't do it. Don't do it. And I respect
keep it strictly how y'all have it.
People have different arrangements. I have to open my mind a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's what I said. Like,
wow,
wait a minute.
What
y'all in a long-term relationship with a threesome? I didn't know those could happen like that.
A third. I'm like, you heard me. I was like, well, her man got a big thing. You call him a third?
He got a leg?
No, it's a 300-pound bitch in my house.
He got a kickstand, what?
Yeah. Does it touch his sock? But no, they got a whole nother person. They try to, and
she's a big girl. She's a whole lot of loving.
Yeah, and well, maybe, and who knows? Maybe she don't want to lose that weight. Maybe you just being intrusive. Let her just come and have her threesome nights with y'all. Leave her alone.
Yeah, so she can go and have her pizza. Because I know I would want to all right, y'all.
Here you go. Well, tell me how it goes. You'll be here writing letters trying to make it sound like it ain't you. Oh man, jokes, just jokes.
All right, okay, all right. I hope we gave her some good advice.
Yeah. What did we tell her? Don't do it. Don't do it. Reconsider. Read some literature. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We did. All right, let's move on to the jam. And this week it is my jam. And I want to take y'all back to 1988 with my man Antonio Hardy. AKA Big Daddy Kane, who was down with the Juice Crew. So my song is Warm It Up Kane. So this was the song off of Long Live Kane that came out. So I think that was his second album. I'm pretty sure. Okay. I just go, because I think he came out like 86 and then this was like the second one. And this was at a time when like albums or tapes or whatever, it took them forever to come out. Like you had to wait 1 or 2 years for somebody to come out. Nowadays they just blah blah blah. But if you remember, this was like it was a warm up. So he went on for like it just straight. It was just a straight warm it up Kane. Warm it up Kane. Warm it up Kane. It came from the bass line and the horns came from Big John Hamilton's Big Bad John. And if you remember, like this was just it was a hit. I could slice and dice and Fisher Price MCs. I thought he was nice and 2-minute rice. Remember that? Come, get some, you little bum. I take the cake, but you can't get the crumb. He was the original Asiatic acrobatic. There you have it. Now get dramatic.
Listen, if you want to know who Jay-Z, really looked up to, it's very clear.
Absolutely.
Big Daddy Kane. It's so clear. It's so clear. Mm-hmm.
Like I go back now and I listen and I'm like, Big Daddy Kane set the stage for everybody. Biggie, Jay-Z. I mean, pretty much everybody of that era. Everybody that came out of the New York era, that rap era. Everybody you have to pay homage to Big Daddy Kane. He was, and at a time when, at that time it was like, the Chuck jewelry and the Adidas, the warm-up suits. And, he would come out sometime with a 3-piece suit.
Yes, and he had the 4-finger ring on. Remember the gold 4-finger ring?
The gold, just reminiscent of that African king. Like, he embodied that male, that just melanated male king persona. I love me some Big Daddy Kane now.
His little bone structure, like, with
the Gumby fade. Yep. And then he could dance. Remember that?
Yeah,
he was his dancer, so he could dance.
He still dances. Did you see in the when they had the versus battle? He still danced.
Oh, did he do a split? I didn't see it.
I don't think it was a split. I think, but he still like fell back. You know what I'm saying? In the dude's arms, they did like the running man and did the side step.
I love it. Because that was his thing. Now who flat top rules in '89? Warm it up, King. Warm it up, King.
Listen, I used to want to be like back then it was like a video girl. It wasn't nothing compared to what you see girls doing videos now.
Yeah, I wanted to be one too.
In his Smooth Operator video, the girls that just had like the pretty dresses on, they just shook their heads,
just looking good, like just sitting royally, like that was the thing. He had the women, you know, sometimes.
They stood and shook their heads by the microphones, remember? That was it. Then they had little gloves on and little dresses. And that girl step up to this. One simple kiss, and it's over, miss. And I was like, oh. That's why I wouldn't be in a video. Wouldn't be little girl sit down. Yeah. It wasn't a bad thing to say you want to be in a video. It wasn't like twerking. It wasn't any of that.
Yeah. And then remember, I don't know if you remember, but he did Playboy. He did a spread in Playboy, and boy,
I didn't know that.
What?
Put a quarter in your ass because you played yourself.
He did it. No, it was in Playgirl. It was in Playgirl.
Playgirl.
Yeah, no, he absolutely did. I remember because I bought it. I bought the.
Did they put silk over his crotch like that?
Yeah, he
wasn't like, you know, all out.
He was all out. It was booty out and everything. He was all out. Yeah.
You digging balls?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, you know, girl. Yeah, and he had a big old book that covered it, and when he took off the book, then you see like, oh, his whole member was out. It was everything.
I am stuck like an old Navy mannequin again.
Let me find. Yes, that was in the 90s. He was in Playboy.
What? Mm-hmm. I'm like, can you find that?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it was nice little big old.
Shut up. We should have saved that for the weekend D. I'm all happy now. Like that just made my Merry Christmas. Oh,
a big old juicy buff. A leg.
Oh, I like that. That is so good to hear.
Yes. And that was like the first, you know, because nobody looked at Playgirl. Like, I was, you know, them white girls was in there, white people in there. But when he was in there, like, I know a lot of us went out and bought that, had to get on that. Get to that spread. Yep, because he had a spread. It dropped down. Remember the pages used to drop down?
Yeah. Oh, wow. How do you find that? Okay. All right. Anyway, so
I'm talking years ago. Like, this is like 30 years ago.
But I'm talking like you can find like classic, you know, magazines. Like somebody is on Amazon.
I'll get you one for your birthday because it sounds like you want it. What you do?
Could you? I mean, that'd be so nice. Oh man. Oh, that'd be so dope.
Who flat top rules in '89? Warm it up, Kane. Warming it up. Mm-hmm.
It still sounds like it would be great even today. You get what I mean? Like,
fine specimen, fine young specimen there.
I like it. I like it like that. She's working that back. I don't know how to act. Slow motion for me.
Yep. It was nice.
Okay. Doom, doom,
yes, that's my jam.
Yay. All right. Yeah. He rapped till he was out of breath. You better go ahead.
Yep.
Oh boy, he's still going. Mm-hmm.
Warm it up, Kate. Mm-hmm, he did. Mm-hmm. Well, guess where we're at? Yeah. Look, y'all, we have come to the end. We want to thank y'all for listening. This has been 2022 has been a year, and we are excited for all of the new projects and the new things that are coming in 2023.
Amen.
We just wish, you know, an amazing amount of blessings and everybody abundance, because this has been, I mean, you know, I'm getting into my little words. You know, I enjoy doing this podcast, the podcast and the TV show, but I really enjoy doing this podcast with you, my sister, my real sister. It is always, I always look forward to doing it. And, you know, it's like we have these never ending conversations. We can always talk. And I enjoy that we share this with others. So y'all listening out there, I appreciate y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for listening. You know, for when we don't get it together and finding out when we're going to drop another podcast episode. So that has just been, it's really been cathartic for me. It has just allowed me to even have a closer relationship with you, my sister. And it's kind of, kept me on point, and it's given me that fun and that just putting it together. I've enjoyed it. So as I close out 2022, this has been a big year of introspection. There's been a lot that's going on. A lot of us didn't make it to this point, but I'm grateful and I'm thankful that I'm here. So I want to close out our podcast, at least for me, with a bang, and then with the excitement of going into the next year. So,
Yes.
Y'all can listen on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to your podcast. We will definitely be there. Follow us on Instagram at TwizPod. And Shatara, what you want to say to our listeners who we love and appreciate and adore so much?
Well, so well said. So well said. What I want to say, what she said, but on this end, I do want to say that, yes, likewise, I so appreciate y'all because just like in comedy, without y'all, there's really no us. So I enjoy, doing this podcast with my sister and to give y'all a little, insight into us. And thank you for actually taking a minute out for us to just kind of act up, and we're being ourselves, and we know that y'all are on board. So to know that we have, these faithful listeners who are with the shits, as I say, if you're still listening, you're with the shits. Then I so appreciate y'all. And I just pray for abundance and health for everybody, and I pray for just some good positive energy that's, touching your ears right now for your families and friends and loved ones. And we're looking forward to a banging 2023, prosperity, love, joy. And I'm excited about it. I'm so excited. This is a great way to end the year. So if you have any questions for the Weekend D Report, told you you're with the shit. Told ya. If you want to advertise with us, if you want to keep up to date on all my upcoming comedy shows, as well as our podcast and TV events, because we got a lot going on over here. We're juggling a lot, and we appreciate y'all for sticking with us. Please get social with us. Slip into our DMs, and send us a message on our website at TwizPod as well. And we are here. So again, thank you for listening. Until next time. Until next year. Peace.
We love y'all. Peace.
Love ya.